All right, I'm back. I'm back. Guys, I'm back. I'm back. My grandparents went out to eat, so they went out to eat. Yeah, so they went out to eat. I am just playing my Switch, Nintendo. So yeah, and two. Uh, I don't know if you can see. I'm watching soccer. I'm watching soccer. The Portugal and France. So I I'm I'm playing GTA right now. GTA.
With fast and fair claim handling and 24/7 help, you get more with Geico. Just like my family gets way more into soccer fans than the average fan. Ole, 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 ole,
However you fan, get more with Geico.
Stay straight for the next 200 miles.
Find your way to exceptional offers during the Summer of Audi sales event at your local Audi dealer.
You know the power of Osteobiflex. Taken every day, it's clinically shown to improve joint comfort in 7 days with significant improvement over time. It's time to do summer your way at the Home Depot. So you can dig into more projects, pack in more flavor, and dial up the do it however you choose to do it. Don't miss 4th of July savings happening now at the Home Depot.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X cheese platform. It's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a cheese to stomach possible, and cheesy enough to power the crunch wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Some of the most brilliant minds in business. No, not you. What you? You auto-track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. You pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the full picture of your business on one platform. Intuit QuickBooks. Now get 70% off for 3 months.
Portugal and France are heading to extra time. It's goalless after 90 minutes. A French player has yet to score a non-penalty goal at these Euros. Kolo Muani, Camavinga and Dembele all had chances in normal time, but it is still goalless between the two sides. Jules Reed, Peter Schmeichel, Daniel Sturridge and Alexi Lalas here, guys. What have you made then of that 90 minutes?
It's been tense, hasn't it? I feel like
Oh,
he's making 2 incredible saves. One from Bruno, and then the next minute from Coutinho. And I mean, that's basically what this game.
my honest opinion, I want France to win. I like Cristiano Ronaldo. I like Ronaldo, but I wanted France to win. I like Ronaldo though. I like him.
I don't think so, to be honest. I think unless they take their
Oh,
maybe on the pitch just in case it goes to penalties. But, you know, they brought on Ruben Neves, who likes to take shots from distance, so we'll probably see a couple of those. Dembele's been very good. Camavinga, I think. Fofana is another good player too, so we, you know.
That's France's best player.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, well, let's get to it. Starting with our commentators. Emmett Hargreaves, Darren Fletcher, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jules. I mean, hey, there's another substitution that surprised everybody. Camavinga off. He sees it just Yusuf Fofana is on. He's good player, don't get me wrong, but you know, it takes a bit of time to get up to speed in the game. So we've got 30 minutes to work it out. If not, it'll be penalty kick here in Hamburg, and if it goes to penalties, then Portugal are losing the point series experience. Diogo Jota was easily pushed against them earlier in the last 16. And we'll see whether we get that far. 0-0. Here's Chilwell. chance in the first half in the second half rather. What a great save from Mania. Yeah, Hernandez easy on that side for him. And Mbappe now getting harassed by Ruben Diaz. He won't come off. 41, but he'll be there till the bitter end, Mbappe. So consistent. He really is impressive. Bernardo Silva, Jose Sá. Skips away from Theo Hernandez. Here he goes. Upamecano there. He just skies it. I mean, that was really, really good from Costa Sal. Coutinho. Ronaldo. Tidied up again by Tchouaméni, away by Mania. Here's Mbappe, and now Kante. Dembele. Fofana.
I like to play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You know, I like Smash Bros. Ultimate. I do.
Kante. Tchouaméni. Kunde's made the run, but that's
See, what I'm doing is I am spectating. And Smash, I'm spectating. So yeah. And by the way, you know the game Nintendo World Championship? I'm excited. I'm getting Nintendo World Championship on July 18th. I'm excited, so yeah.
multiple game consoles connected to this TV, but I noticed that this one other AV cable was just hanging. Let's check to see which game.
Hey, on YouTube and on Twitch.tv/channel456. Right now, I'm just going to some of the people that are tuning in with us right now. So let's see who's on chat. So we can go and show what's up from y'all. So right now on the YouTube channel, what's out there in the Games TV show?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time!
So we're in the month of July now, and we finally had that Summer Nintendo Direct, which happened last month, where Nintendo was going to show us some of the other games that are still going to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch in 2024. And
By the way, I can't wait for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's gonna be epic.
Nintendo Direct was pretty surprising, and I don't think many people were expecting like a brand new game like The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, a brand new Mario and Luigi game with Brothership, and just some other cool things that were also announced inside of that Nintendo Direct. And so now Nintendo has a pretty nice holiday lineup going into like the 7th year of the Nintendo Switch, which is definitely pretty insane. But we can see that there is some other stuff that is still going to be coming out on the horizon. But also, when this Nintendo Direct was even announced, like way back in May, Nintendo also confirmed the existence of their next generation system and the successor to the Nintendo Switch. Global president Mr. Furukawa has already confirmed that Nintendo is going to show their next generation system and the successor to the Switch before the end of their fiscal year, which ends in March of 2025. So basically from now for like the next 8 months, anytime within then is fair game for Nintendo to show their next generation system. And with some of the information that we have right now about other games that are going to be coming out and just what Nintendo has told us, we might actually have an idea for when we can expect this to happen, and that's what we're going to be talking about inside of this video. Now real quick,
AB James asking, wasn't there a coding for a new Switch Sports Resort type game that could be ready to go next year for Switch 2?
Yes. I don't know if it was specifically a Switch Sports Resort. I think it was just like some kind of follow-up to Switch Sports, right?
Yeah. So the
I'm hoping for Switch Sports Resort type game.
I mean, it makes
I don't have to call
sense.
it Resort.
It would be an ideal game to have out in the first year Switch 2, something like that, whatever they call it.
Be better than a 1-2 Switch was.
And it might have somewhat explain why they decided to randomly add basketball as a DLC update for Switch Sports for this summer. It's kind of interesting to think of it in that way. It's like, hey, remember this, right? Although I am curious though, because I wonder if there's a small possibility that the code name was just for the DLC update to Switch Sports, which could, like, the code name might just be this basketball update. I'm not saying that's what it is, right? Like, based on, I have to double check the names exactly, but it seemed like basically some kind of actual full follow-up, right? Not like just an addition to this, to Switch Sports. But I'm just putting it out there as a possibility. That said, we need some kind of game like that in the first year of Switch 2. So the first year of Switch 2 is next year. Kind of makes sense. And updating Switch Sports 1 this year to kind of maybe, remind people, that might be kind of like some smart marketing there.
Right. Maybe it's not even a full new game. Maybe it's like
an
A new-
enhancement with
yeah.
content, a deluxe.
Yeah.
Switch Sports Deluxe.
Yeah, like maybe it has like a bunch of different sports and things and activities, and maybe it is like Switch Sports Resort, but it's built off the basis of Switch Sports. So if you own Switch Sports, it's just a DLC that you can buy, but otherwise you can buy like the full version, like in stores where there's like the Switch 2 one, right?
Maybe.
But otherwise, if you already have the Switch 1 version, you just have to upgrade to the DLC
Yeah.
on the Switch 2.
I'm
You
a
don't
little
have to buy the whole game
concerned.
again.
Yeah, my thing about that is I wonder how well that would sell, right? Like, if it's only like a half
I mean, being
game.
treated as a new game for most people, it's just there'd be some of the same content. So,
If
yeah,
you mean
I mean,
like-
it was the same in Switch
Alright,
Sports Resort. There were a lot of the same
Yes.
modes in that game.
Well, let me ask you a question though. Would this feel more like a Mario Kart Deluxe, or would it feel more like a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
It'd be more like Smash Brothers Ultimate, I guess.
Where do Jolly Ranchers get their huge fruit flavor?
That one's gonna make a lot of gummies.
Actually, I think they would way more than they would like triple the amount of content that the game had. And, like that's how much new content there'd be. But then also there'd be the base content still.
I'm okay with the base content being in there as well, right?
Yeah.
But I think they need to add
There's a
some-
whole other
It,
games
it,
worth
it
of
needs to
stuff
be branded.
as well.
It needs to be branded as a new game.
No,
If
yeah.
that branded as a new game, I think you're basically telling all the people who bought Switch Sports on Switch to not really worry that much about this sequel on Switch 2. I think you need to brand it as a new game.
No, the point
so everyone
is-
who bought it will want to buy this one
No,
too.
listen. The point is, it's branded as a new game for everybody who doesn't own Switch Sports. But if you own Switch Sports, you don't have to buy a game that already has Switch Sports in it. You just buy the DLC.
No.
So everybody who has Switch Sports buys this DLC.
Yeah. No.
Why not?
I don't think that's. I mean, maybe you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't agree. I just don't think that's a good idea.
Why is
like,
it not a good idea?
So, because basically, you're then. I mean, at that point, you're telling people that it's. You might be trying to sell a lot of people on the new content, but if you're telling people it's basically just an expansion that you can pay for if you have the base game, I think it's not sending the best message in terms of, hey, here's a whole new game, buy this, right? Like people who don't
Yeah,
have
but
it,
if
sure.
you don't have it, then you buy the new game. If you have it, then obviously you wouldn't buy it. You would just upgrade to that version. You don't want the people who own Switch Sports to buy this game. You want them to buy a DLC, an expensive DLC for the game to make it that game. And then everybody who doesn't own it buys that game.
How much is the game going to cost?
$60.
Which would be $20 more than I think the base Switch Sports cost on Switch.
Well, then it'd be $40. I don't know. Why is that? What does that even have to do with anything?
I mean, how much is the upgrade cost?
Brother, I'm not the one in charge of making the money.
Right, I think the ones in charge are going to do like, hey, make a new game. Maybe it has some of the old content in there as a base and it's enhanced and remastered and has new twists and turns and modes and tricks and stuff. But you're gonna buy it for $70. That's what's gonna happen. That's what I think.
Probably.
But we'll see, we'll see, because, I mean, to your point at least, right, there's been a lot of conversation that there are going to be games that you have on Switch you can purchase like a graphics patch for, and, it looks better on Switch too. But that's just like graphics and stuff. Now you're talking about getting new content. I don't know. Now, on the flip side, right, I've made the same argument for Smash Ultimate. Give us a Volume 3. Well,
Yeah, I think that would work very well.
we pay for a graphics patch, we get Volume 3, but they also release a Smash Ultimate Deluxe version for those that want that. Right, so maybe I'm just biased for Smash Brothers. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a sequel. Like if we're getting anything, right? I think it's gonna be a sequel. Like if you just want me to tell you my gut feeling, I think Nintendo would prefer just to make a new game. It's not like this is it's not like Switch Sports is a big game to begin with, right? So I think it's kind of more almost like you look at Nintendo's different sports titles. You look at like the Mario Party games. We see Mario Party games every 3 years. Sooner?
Yes.
Yeah, every 3 years. So, you know, I think that, I mean, it makes sense because Switch Sports came out 2022, 2025. Like, that's, you know, that's reasonable. Now, obviously, they've made this basketball stuff, they have the golf stuff, so, you know, it is being somewhat treated like this continually evolving game, but barely. So that's a little bit of a caveat. But maybe we'll find out. And
I think it could go either way, but I could definitely see them just being like, nah, you're gonna pay full price. I don't think it'll be $70 if Switch Sports was $40. It'll probably be like $50 then. But yeah, they probably will make all.
If they make a Switch Sports Resort that has completely different games, that's even a better idea. Like have them feel separate, right? So you'll want to buy both.
Right. I mean, it didn't work for them with Switch Sports Resort when they did that. So I'm curious if they would try it again. Or yes, Wii Sports.
Well, it did sell well. Wii Sports Resort sales were not bad.
No, they just weren't like crazy amazing.
All right. Well, hold on. All right, Brandon. Do you want me to tell you what the worldwide sales for Wii Sports Resort were?
Yeah.
33.14 million.
That's decent.
That's not crazy. It's the third best-selling Wii game. I mean,
the first one was Wii Sports.
The first was Wii Sports, but it was sold with the console.
Yeah.
So it's really.
I just mean compared to Wii Sports, like you would think since everybody knew Wii Sports that like most people would buy it, but
everyone who bought a Wii, almost everyone who bought a Wii automatically bought Wii Sports because it was bundled with the console. Like
but it like sold that system. Like people bought the Wii for Switch Sports. It was the most popular thing. It was the biggest reason people bought it.
Smoking hot metal toasters with jazzy vibes. This curated collection of licensed designs.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm talking about Wii Sports here. When I say Switch Sports sold the Wii, obviously I mean Wii Sports.
I think you have to put an asterisk on Wii Sports sales because it was bundled with Wii's. I'm not saying like yes.
My point is, I think Switch Sports or fucking Wii Sports is the main reason the Wii sold so many copies.
I think it was obviously a very big reason why we did so well, but it's also hard to kind of quantify how big of a deal it was when people were also buying Wii's for a variety of other games, right? And Wii Sports just so happened to be part of the package. And I would say, like, no matter how you spin it, 33 million copies for Wii Sports Resort is really freaking good. It's the third best-selling Wii game under Mario Kart Wii and Wii Sports, which again you have to put an asterisk under because it was bundled with the Wii. And I'm not saying that Wii Sports shouldn't be considered the best game.
The kind of sales for games that the Switch has. So I guess I'm not taking that into consideration.
I mean, even if you did, like Wii Sports Resort.
Because on Switch, like 33 million is pretty good, but it's not like.
It's not. Meanwhile, Switch Sports.
Why do you think I'm angry?
I don't really know. I think we're just having a combative discussion, and that's it. I don't know. Are you angry?
No.
Yeah, I think it's fine. By the way, Switch Sports has sold over 13 million copies, which is really good. Brandon,
13 million? No, that's not that great. If the game was actually good, it could have hit way more than Carl.
Oh, I just
13 million for Switch Sports? Bruh. You telling me you don't think an actually like really good Switch Sports would have sold 30 million plus?
No.
You don't think that?
No, because not that many games hit. Am I? All right, how many games have hit 30 million in sales on Switch?
Probably less than 10.
You're right. Less than 5.
I taught him to follow up to Wii Sports on Switch. Like if that had been good. Yeah, but everybody knows. It's like biggest nostalgia thing for people who are growing up right now who just now have money for buying a Switch. Like the biggest demographic for Switch are people who grew up with the Wii and Wii Sports. So obviously, if they made a great vault for that game, it would have sold in the tens, in the multiple tens of millions, not just, what did you say, 12 to 15?
So let's also remind ourselves, Switch Sports continues to sell. It has evergreen sales, right? It didn't hit 13 million immediately. It continues to go up, and it came out April 2022, right? There aren't that many games that have come out after like Switch Sports that have outperformed it. There's just like Mario Wonder and Dream, and I guess Legends Arceus. Nope, that came out before. Like I'm looking at the list, like there's nothing else that's out. That I have to double check how much Mario Kart Deluxe has been selling, because it continues to sell. Anyway, what are we even arguing about?
I don't know though. I was about to say I'm not even sure what point I'm trying to make.
I don't.
Probably just move on.
I don't know. I think I just took issue with you trying to say the Switch Sports, the Wii Sports. Damn it!
Jesus Christ!
I think I took issue with you saying that Wii Sports was not that great of a seller.
Wii Sports Resort. You mean?
Yes, Wii Sports Resort. I think selling 33 million is pretty insane. And now I also took issue with you saying that 13 million for Switch Sports is bad. I think it's really good.
That one I agree with. Still, the 33 million. I take Wii Sports Resort back, because I heard people say it didn't sell that well, but I didn't actually know the numbers. So I shouldn't have even said that because I didn't know it.